Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Shelly and I usually have a bean, but she's not in here right now. That's my dog. So a little bit in the dumps. So I haven't been able to do my games or anything like that. Like, I just have a Switch, but I don't have like a computer, or I'm a little self-conscious about my little chin here, so whatever. I pointed it out, now it's fine. So, yeah. I have a lot of mental health problems, and I did do a little cleaning the room thing. It would be easier if I had, like, more technology to actually, like, record what I do and to edit videos for you guys. But right now, I'm just in the middle of chaos, and I'm gonna share my life with you, and we'll see where it goes. But to start off, I'm brainstorming. So this is just going to be a video where we brainstorm, figure out kind of what I want to do with the channel. I wanted to read books. I really need to figure out hobbies that I like. I like to read. Can't read books. That's copyright infringement. But if you guys want to do a book club, an online book club, I can put a little like spoiler thing, and then I can like read the book, and then I can do questions and answer questions myself, and then you guys can answer questions in the comments, and then we can feel like a family. So that could work. But I also, like, I kind of want to do, like, real life book club or something where it's, like, the Finer Things Club, like, off The Office, where you read the book and then you eat foods from the book and, like, you just look at stuff. So that could be something. I could probably figure out a way to work that in. But eventually, like, when I get my whole house cleaned up, then I can, like, cook foods and stuff like that. I'm figuring it out. I'm trying. Another thing, like I said, we're brainstorming. So I've got my tablet over here because I can't use my phone and record on it at the same time. So what we're going to do is, I've got this handy dandy notebook. I'm going to tell you some stuff, and then that's where we'll be. So we're going to brainstorm hobbies I like. Basically, I'm using you guys as therapy because I do go to therapy, but I don't get a lot of socialization, and I'm still figuring out who I am and what I want to do and what I want to be. And I'm 27, and that's okay. But my brain, it's hard to describe how I feel sometimes, and I don't like to journal. I do not like to write things down. If I write things down, I'm writing it down and I'm forgetting about it. Like, I literally will make a list just to write out a list, and I do not look at the list ever again. So, I'm trying to figure out hobbies I like. I want to do a series, I guess, called Back to Basics, where I go back to the basics. I know I want to do that. Like the basics for mental health. So, like, documenting getting my house cleaned. Like, that's my shelter. And, like, documenting, like, eating right and working out. And documenting my life for, I can't think of the words. Accountability purposes. So I know I want to do, like, a back to basics. I also want to do some therapy stuff. A little therapy sesh. I guess it's more voice journaling, where I share what happened, how I feel, what's going on. Then again, to not feel so alone. And then some hobby times. I love food. I can do more about me's. Rambling. We're here to ramble. You're my bestie. You gotta help me out here. So, this is like a Mod Podge, a bunch of stuff. I do want to do a little therapy session. So while we're brainstorming, I'm going to tell you about my day. And you tell me how your day went in the comments. Please. Tell me the good, the bad, the crazy. Just if you like to write, you write it in the comments. I don't like to write. I do write some, like if I'm like texting my friends and stuff, but I like to talk. So, I'm going to tell you what happened today. Here are some content warnings. What are they? I don't know. Trigger warnings. So I'm going to talk about, not directly about my patients, but like what I do for my job, kind of what happened. I do a lot of oncology cancer care. I'm going to talk about death, not explicitly, but just that's going to be a topic, and then that relating to cancer. So if that bothers you, go ahead and don't watch this video, but if you want to feel included and, just kind of see what it's like, kind of want to document this series as like Diary of a Dietitian, because that's what I do for work. I'm a dietitian. So this is a little bit of an about me, I guess, and therapy. So I am a dietitian. I work at a hospital. I do inpatient care services, and I also do outpatient with radiation and medical oncology. So radiation oncology is basically where the patients go and they get radiation therapy, and then medical oncology is where they go and they get like the chemotherapy. So I see both. So because some people get radiation therapy, but they don't get chemotherapy. Some people get chemotherapy, but they don't get radiation therapy. And some people get both. And then I do inpatient work as well. That doesn't really impact my mental health a lot. There are some cases that I have with inpatient that it's impacted my day and stuff like that too. But... and I'm not going to mention any patient identifiers. I'm not going to mention any patient names. I'm just going to tell you kind of what happened, referring as the patient, their family, whoever. I'll just say family member, so that also can't get, whatever, whether it's spouse, daughter, sister, mother. I'll just say family member. And then, kind of tell you what happened and then how it kind of impacts me and stuff like that. So, I guess this is Diary of a Dietitian. I can kind of share more of that later on. But so what happened today was I went to work, and there was this patient that I had. It was actually a couple. They were both patients. And so there was this patient I had, and very bubbly, very happy, very like one of those people where you talk to them and like they're kind of spicy, a little sassy, but they're really like good people. And so I help them out a lot with resources. We do have patients sometimes that do have, pardon me for the ums and likes and stuff like that. My brain has a hard time processing when I'm trying to explain things that are hard on my mind or heavy on my heart. So let's see. Where's I at? I was explaining them. So what happened was this patient and their family member, spouse, were both patients. that's enough of that. So what happened was I got to know insecurity, food insecurity. So I help patients out with food insecurity too. We have funds and donated what are they called? Foundations and stuff that help out with patients that have food insecurity, because a lot of oncology therapies and stuff, those can be expensive, and some people, already struggle with day-to-day life. I know how that is. I grew up with financial insecurity. I'll share those stories too on here, to be part of the voice journals. So I got to know them really well, and I really enjoyed their company, and so I got to know them very well. So I would look forward to seeing them come in for visits and follow-ups and stuff like that. And part of the job is that we have a lot of successes and stuff like this. And when people ask me how is it like being a dietitian for oncology, I tell them I love it. It's great. I wouldn't really want to do anything else. I get to know people and learn their stories and help them out and get that day to day and feel like I'm actually making a difference versus following them inpatient. You can make a difference, but it's kind of a disconnect for me because I see them one day and then, or follow them for a little bit, but then they discharge and then I'll never, encounter them again. Whereas with oncology, they come in for follow-ups and check-ins, or they have new questions or anything like that. And so I followed up with this patient and their family, and so one of the family members came in today and they brought some stuff that was donated to the patient, and they brought in some personal items that they had that they thought that could help somebody else out. And I went to the bathroom and, did my business. And then I come out and then they're like, hey, so-and-so wants to meet with you. And I was like, oh, great. I love them. I want to see them. And so I go and I see them and I was like, hey, what's going on? And I see a whole bunch of stuff and I was like, oh, what's going on? I was surprised. I wasn't expecting anybody to bring anything. And then they ended up breaking down and they were talking about all the items and how the person wasn't going to use them anymore. And this is where the trigger warning comes in. So if you don't want to cry, I'm so sorry. But you can cry with me because I bawled. But usually it's, a great time. I don't usually have this too heavy, but, with the job, you realize. But so anyway, back to what was going on. They shared some stuff, and then they brought a plant, which was really special to me. Because I wanted to show it here. I probably will go out and get it. I can push pause and we'll see how that works. Because I can't edit, so these are all unedited videos. But I go out and I see they have this plant, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. And, they said that they were together, that couple was together for 50 years. So they were together for a very long time. And she brought me a plant, and I got this plant. Oh, I'm probably going to have to restart this because I slipped up. But, I guess it didn't say names. I guess that's okay if I say she. We'll see. Y'all give your opinions. I'm trying not to do any crazy identifiers or anything. But anyway, so they brought me this plant, and it was, it's got a name I can't really use on here, so I'll look it up and then I can tell you. But it's like one of those plants that's got a bunch of little leaves, and they like got branches and stuff like that. I'll show you, you'll know what I'm talking about. And so they brought me that in March of last year, and I used to have a lot of plants, and then when I moved into this place that I'm at right now, I bought a lot of plants, and then I got to a part, I don't know why, but life was just getting me, world was just getting to me. I just keep running out of time based on like job and occupation and how far everything is from me, and there's no local jobs or anything that I can do right now, and I drive a lot, and so I got this plant. Oh, I had a lot of plants. And then what happened was I ended up like getting overwhelmed, and like it became a plant graveyard. So a lot of my plants died. One of the things that's really important to me is gardening and plants and flowers and stuff like that. So that is a hobby that I kind of want to get back into. I can kind of share that with you guys too. Plants and gardening. And then I've been keeping it alive since March, okay? So this plant has been alive since March of last year. I got it when it was like this big. Like I will put pictures in the thumbnail of this showing like how big it was when I got it and then how big it is now. Because I was showing people at work, and I was like, look, this, like, she gave us this, you know, all of us in the office, they gave plants to, and it was something that I was like, okay, I have to keep this plant alive, because as long as they are here, this plant needs to be alive, or else I'll be upset because they gave it to me and I can't disappoint them. So I took it upon myself to take really good care of this. Let me go get it. All right, I'm back. Don't judge her, okay? She's crispy. I've been putting her outside, but that's the best place for her right now. Oh, I did name it. If you name your plants, this is Glinda. She is beautiful. Reminds me of Glinda the Good Witch off of Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. It's probably Galinda, but it's Glinda, okay? I don't care. This one's Glinda. There ain't no I in her name. So it's similar, but it's not getting some Crispies. So we can pick off some Crispies too. This could be some ASMR for you, maybe. But anyway, they gave me this plant. I've been taking care of it. Without further ado, I do need to fix her up. But there's also a lot of new growth, so I'll probably need to replant her too, which I will do in the winter time. Actually, I probably should just bring her back in here because it's already kind of starting to get cold out. But I'll replant her. All this like icky stuff I can like cut off and like put in the plant, and it will sprout more sprouts, okay? She will get big and full and chunky, okay? But I'm gonna show you her. Like I said, she's crispy. Don't judge her too much. She's just a little crispy. She's been out in the summer heat, okay? But you can tell, like, she's got a lot of good color on her. Like, this is, like, stiff, okay? She's got a lot of good color on her. She's got a lot of beautiful buds. There's a lot of tiny buds and stuff in there. She got a lot of crispy leaves, so we gotta clean her up. Get a lot of these crispy leaves off of her. Crispy. Anyway, so That's a job we can do. Clean up this crispy little girl over here. Crispy, but she's gorgeous. She's crispy. She will divert her efforts. We'll get her looking in ship shape. She probably should stay in the door all the time. Not be so crispy. Put her outside when I get home and take her inside. Anyway, she's still alive though, okay? She's alive. She ain't dead. She's just crispy, okay? Some of us get crispy sometimes. Just a little crispy. And they brought another plant. They said it was for me. Some of the ladies want to keep it in the office, so we'll see if I bring it home. If I bring it home, I'll show it to you. If I don't bring it home, I'm still going to get a cutting of it, because I know how to cut, and I know how to propagate. Like this. Look. This is how you propagate. This one, at least. You take off this leaf. Oh, crispy. Ooh, crispy. Ooh, crispy. Take off this leaf. Ooh. And with the outside comes bugs. So we'll have to check her out for more bugs. Anyway. Alright. It's crispy. But what you do is you clean off this part right here. Right? Get all this clean. Okay? What will happen is each one of these is a node. Now I'm going into plant stuff. But it's important, okay? You gotta know the story. Each of these is a node. So what happens is if you cut in between these segments, let's see. If you cut in between these segments, it'll grow another sprout right here. It'll grow. It just needs water. And it'll grow more. So they're very easy to propagate. Or if you cut it off down here, it'll grow one down here to fill it up, to replace that one. But it'll also, if you bury this whole thing in the dirt, it will grow more. Even more. So, that's how you propagate. Or you put it in water. Whatever. Anyway, that's how you propagate. And you get more plants. And you get bushier plants. So, when people say cut it back, it's disheartening. But it will grow new growth. Just like you. If you get cut back, you're going to get stronger and you're going to grow new growth. You're going to grow new growth. We're having therapy. So, they brought this new plant. I seen this family member. And they just needed comforting and reassurance. And I comforted them. And it hurt. It hurt to see them hurt. I have a lot of empathy. That's another reason why I like my job. Is, I feel heartless sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, I really care about these people. And if you work in any healthcare job, I hope that you really care about the people you work with, because that's what makes the difference too, is when they know that you are taking care of them like they're your family member, man, or your best friend. Those are your people. They are my people, at least. So, we've got Glinda over here. A little crunchy. A little crunchy. And I keep looking at myself. I need to look at you. I need all the eye contact on you. But I hate giving you eye contact because I feel like I'm staring at something. Anyway, all the bug guts and the crispy leaves. So there's what happened to me today. I cried. And then, I'm a dietitian, right? I told you I work inpatient too. So there was this diabetic patient. And they were like, I really, really want the carrot cake. And I think that everything can be enjoyed in moderation. And if it's on the menu and you can order it, I think they should be able to order it. So this patient really wanted carrot cake for dessert. And so I was like, they were like really upset because they didn't get to order the carrot cake. And I get it. Their blood sugars and stuff unmanageable, sure. But also, if you're in the hospital and you're not feeling well, same difference. So I told them if they want the carrot cake, what they need to do is they need to try to budget their carbohydrates out. So order, one thing that they want, and then try to, budget around it for meals. I think that also is more, how do I say it? Realistic. I like to teach people realistic expectations and goals, because that's what dietetics is all about, is teaching people realistic, obtainable goals. And you can't restrict yourself all the time, because if you restrict yourself all the time, then, you're gonna want to eat more of it or binge or whatever have you. So, I told her, just order the carrot cake and try to plan around it and pick lower carb choices. And some people might be like, well, you need to tell her to pick the whole grains and the better carbs. And it's like I said, if you're going to have one piece of carrot cake in a day, if you're in the hospital for one day or a week, it's not going to hurt you. And it'll give you a little happiness. And so I did recommend that she do that. Anyway, so back to my story. When I was coming back to the office area, after telling her what her carb choices were, and the kitchen make sure they don't order over a significant amount of carbs and stuff anyway, so she's fine. She will be in good hands. And I came back and I was like, I told the patient to order cake. And I said, if I was made to cry today, if I got made to cry, if I had to cry today at my work, at my job, we can get cake. So, also, on top of that, it's freaking spooky season. It's the pumpkin spice season. Let me know if you're like a pumpkin spice girly or an apple girly or male guy. What do you call that? You can be a girly if you're a guy too. I'll invite you to the club. We can all be little girlies here. We can be pumpkin spice girlies over here. I'll invite you. Even if you're a guy, you can still be loud in the girly club. So, gender neutral girly is the term I'm using. And that's what happened today. I cried. I cried at work. I wanted to lock myself in the closet. It was hurting. And it wasn't sad that the patient passed away, because I believe in a higher power and I believe they're in a better place and they're well taken care of and they're not in pain and they don't have to struggle anymore. But it was empathy. It was literally knowing the love that was there and how hard it's going to be to get through it. But like them, if you're going through it, reach out to somebody. They reached out to me. I was able to network and get them free resources. And they will get relief, resources for their grief during bereavement, and additional family and community support, and it's not a shame to get support or reach out. Again, that's why I'm kind of making this video too, is that I don't care to put myself out there. I don't care to ask for support. I don't care to share my story like many, many others do, if it's going to help somebody else, if it's going to help me document. So that's kind of where we're at. We didn't do any brainstorming. We're almost at 30 minutes. I don't want to make these longer than 30 minutes because that's a lot to watch. Hopefully you didn't cry because I didn't cry. But just know, like, oh, my heart is aching. My heart is hurting. But it's good to kind of get that off my chest. And we're going over the 30-minute mark. So, I showed you my plant, and I told you my story about my patient, and, you know, with the job of working oncology comes grief, and if you really care about your patients, it's gonna hurt a little bit. It is. But just kind of getting that off your chest, not bottling it up, processing it. I have a really hard time processing things. Really hard time. That's why I'm going to therapy. I do go to therapy. I do regular therapy. But you guys are going to be my therapy too. Because I need more of it. I need more. I need to share more. And I don't like to journal. I don't like to write anything down. Yeah, so I'm gonna end that here and let that be that. I'm actually probably gonna start another one, and do a little more of an about me, maybe. I don't know. I start these and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on a tangent. So, like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Not gonna force you to. Just want you to know it's real chill here, and I'm not a professional anything. This is me being me. I am not giving you advice. I am not telling you how to live your life. I am just sharing mine. And if you want to share yours, go ahead and share it down in the comments. I will put that little heart with my little thing on there. You do this heart. Oh, question. Before we end this, do you do this heart? Do you do like this heart? I do this heart. Do you do this heart? Do you do this heart? What's the other one? This weird heart? I don't know. Don't ask me. There's a new generation things. They do weird things as generations. Yeah. Till next time, Internet.